Hello, my loves. Welcome or welcome back to Chemistry with Kismet Tarot. I am Monica, the Kismet Chemist, and today we are going to do a collective reading. So I am filming this on June 3rd, which, FYI, is my big brother's birthday, so happy birthday, Shane! Woo! Anyway, it just happens to be the day that Mercury goes direct. Yay! So if you guys can't tell, I'm in like a super peppy mood again today. I was in this mood for my last reading. I just get really so excited to come here and share messages with you guys and channel for you all. And really, I am just loving being in the zone of doing this. So if you guys haven't noticed, I've been having a little bit of tech issues with my audio. I do apologize for that. I am working on figuring out the best placement for my microphone. There are some days where it picks up my voice really well, and then there are other days where it just doesn't at all. So I'm kind of still working on the kinks and everything with it. So bear with me. Let me know if this audio quality works a lot better than the last video. I would really appreciate your guys' feedback. Also, so that I don't do this in closing, I am going to let you guys know down in my description box, you can find links for my books on Amazon. I have self-help books as well as a series of planetary retrograde guidebooks for 2022. Pluto is out, as Pluto went retrograde back in April. Saturn's is just about ready for publication, so we are rolling right along with that. Saturn does go retrograde on the 5th, so as you guys can tell, I have a little bit more to do as far as that goes to get it out. It may not come out by the 5th, but it'll be right around that area. Anyway, there's also a link to my program, Breaking Boundaries, Finding Freedom. It is a self-help, self-accountability program that helps you open up your creativity. It helps you open up your heart and open the lines of communication with your inner world. It also helps you evaluate things from your past and things from your current life that may be holding you back in life, so that you can more easily embrace yourself and move forward. Below that, I know, so many links. Below that, you can find links to donate to my channel, and thank you for everybody who's been donating. You guys are amazing. You're rock stars, and I appreciate you ever so much. As well as links to book a personal reading. If you are interested in a personal reading, go ahead and check out MonicaAndersonIntuitiveHealer.com and book a personal reading with me. All readings are done via video link, and so I pre-record. It takes about a week's turnaround time. Sometimes it's faster than that. It kind of depends on your guides and angels and the messages that come forth. If they come through a lot faster, I'll be able to get it out in a much quicker turnaround time. Okay, enough of the technicalities. So we're going to do a collective reading. And granted, I know, like I said, Mercury has gone direct, but this collective reading, I am not 100% sure what the message is going to be. I just have been feeling this constant pull to doing a collective reading. I know that the angels want to be involved, deeply want to be involved. I kind of get this essence of like, have you forgotten that we exist here? And I know that I get into those phases too, where, you know, I go and I call on spirit directly. I know that as of late, I have been calling on Archangel Michael a lot more often, asking for protection, asking for his support, his love, his guidance. I do know that Uriel, I did feel Archangel Uriel's energy a lot. It came through in the cards. And Uriel is the Archangel of fire, kind of like holy fire of truth. But it also ties to past life regression, things from the past, and I get this essence, and it may be because of the Akashic Tarot, but I get this essence that Uriel has something to do with past lives in Egypt. So if you're here and that resonates, there's definitely messages here for you. However, I do know that I was given kind of the broadest theme of this collective reading, which we're going to dive into here in a minute. When I was shuffling this deck, and this is Cairo Marchetti's Gilded Tarot, as I was shuffling the deck, the Eight of Swords literally flew out of the deck, but it fell on the ground. And it kind of was this essence of this, we're done with this. Okay, we're done with this phase. We're done with this Eight of Swords energy. We're done with this. I'm being trapped where I'm at. And I just saw 555 on my clock, so take that as a we're in a change phase, guys. Like, we are in a change phase now. And I really felt like it just felt like the card just wanted to be thrown away. Like, can we just throw this energy out the window? Because you can. You just have to make the choice to throw the energy out the window. The only person who thinks that they're stuck, or the only person who thinks you're stuck, is you. Spirit doesn't think you're stuck. You're not stuck by the universe. You're not stuck because of anybody else. You're stuck because you believe you're stuck. And there's just this overwhelming energy of like, let's just toss it out the window. I really want to be done with this. So let's get into the message. Spirit, angels, archangels of the highest light, I call upon you today and I ask for you to give guidance and clarity to the collective. May I be a channel for the energy, for the messages, for the images, and bring forth whatever the collective needs to see, hear, and know today. So I don't normally open with like a verbal intent. I usually will do that, and I cut that time frame out when I do my editing of videos. And I just heard, wow, that was powerful. And not to, toot my own horn, toot. But I have felt this kind of energy of, does it matter if your viewers see you do this? Does it matter if not? Because I usually cut it out because I want you guys to get your messages. I know it's kind of like it's a private thing for me a lot of the time, but it doesn't need to be a private thing. And that might be a message for some of you. Like, some of you may have spirituality in the closet, and you, like, it's kind of like, I'm hearing All American Rejects, Dirty Little Secret in my head right now. So it's kind of like, and don't take offense to that. I'm not saying that you think that spirituality is a dirty little secret. It's kind of like growing up without being exposed to divination tools or spirituality or anything like that. This kind of lifestyle that I live, or that you are getting more and more interested in, has been something that has been laughed at, has been mocked, and you have actually partook. I'd have to look that one up. But you've actually engaged in that kind of, I don't want to say mockery, because I don't think it was really like mean-hearted. But it was just kind of like, how you get uncomfortable in a situation where you're around people that you don't really know, but you don't want them to perceive you in a negative way because you're really uncomfortable as it is. So you just kind of pander. It's kind of like that. And Spirit's literally like, okay, it's time for more of us spiritualists and readers to step up and show that, like, yes, I'm a reader. Yes, I'm spiritual. But you know what? I still swear. I still laugh. I still watch TV. I still eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Like, these are things I still do. Of course, I'm not saying that I'm the healthiest in my eating habits. I have 4 children, and we are in a recession. I'm telling you what, I have been living my life off of peanut butter these days. And I think I'm highly addicted to it. I'm joking. Please don't blow up my comments about that. But my point here is, If it's something that it feels natural to you, if it feels right to you, if it brings you comfort, if it brings you solace, then the only person that is blocking you down or locking you down from embracing this and from allowing this to be who you are in the world is you. There's no aspect of something that you feel a passion for, that you feel drawn to and called to from your heart space, that is something to feel ashamed of. Even if you have grown up hearing that that's something to be ashamed of, it's not. Because if it's in your heart, it's in your soul. If it's in your soul, you're here because you're meant to engage with that. In that essence, anything and everything that you do that comes from a place of love, that simply is what you're supposed to do. And you don't have to fear anybody else, because there are people out there in the world that are waiting for you. They're waiting. Like, they're literally like twiddling their thumb. I'm seeing like people twiddling their thumbs in like the waiting room. This is really weird. The waiting room during the movie Beetlejuice. I know that's kind of morbid. Don't like adjust it. It's just the imagery that's coming through my head. But it's kind of like there's all these people just kind of sitting there going, are you coming? Is he coming? Is she coming? Like, where is she at? Where is he at? And not gender specific. But it's time to make your dreams come true. So obviously it's time to make your dreams come true, because on the back of the deck we have the 9 of Cups, the 2 of Cups. That feels very clear to me, but let's get into the cards. The Knight of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Tower. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you guys, stop. Calm down. Take a deep breath. Deep breath in, deep breath out. The Tower is not a bad energy. And I get this sense, like, as soon as the Tower flips over, I get this, like, collective, like, are you kidding me? Can we be done with this? You know what? We can be done with it. We can be done with the Tower energy. Let me tell you what this energy really is in this spread. The Tower card, astrologically speaking, is Mars. Mars is literally the planet of our ambition, our determination, what we want for ourselves in the world. The Knight of Cups comes forward and says, hey, look, I've got this. Hey, guys, look, guys. I've got this cup of passion. I'm literally holding it like it is the most glorious thing in the world, and I am declaring to the world, like, screw everything else. This is what I'm going to do. And this energy, the Knight of Cups moving into the Page of Swords, this is literally like you're going to shift yourself into a beginner's mind. You're going to shift yourself into a state of, you know, I wanted to experience this, or I wanted to do this, or I wanted to learn this, or something of that sort, where it had everything to do with you wanting to refresh your mind in a more childlike manner. Like, you want to I just heard get rid of the heavy. Like, now I'm seeing, like, you know, in cartoons where a boat is sinking, and even not in cartoons, but in movies, like in the Pirates of the Caribbean, for instance, the very first movie, and I recently watched it with my kids. They had to make a hard turn, so they had to start offloading a bunch of stuff. So what I'm seeing is, like, just a whole bunch of stuff. You're just, like, tossing all sorts of things overboard of the boat that you're on. And you're doing this because you know you're making a hard turn. Like, you know it's time to shift. You know it's time to change directions. You know it's time to veer towards your purpose and your destiny, your clarity, your understanding, and what you're here to do. And so what I'm seeing is, as soon as you hear this, like, call to passion, when you hear the call to passion and you're like, okay, you know, I may not be very adept at this, or I may not have the technical whatever I need, but I'm going to embrace it anyway, and I'm going to do it in my way, and I'm going to have this brilliant idea. There's going to be a Tower moment. But the Tower moment is going to be you getting in touch with your true nature, your driven nature, your ambition, your determination, because you've been holding yourself back for so long that it's like this build up, build up, build up. So it'll feel like a Tower moment, because you're going to wake up one day and it won't be too far into the future, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. You're going to wake up and you're going to realize that you have initiated so many new things into your life, and you have done so many new things in your life, and you have experienced so many new things in your life in such a short amount of time that you wonder where this energy was within you earlier in your life. And this, it doesn't matter what age you're here at. I'm assuming, because I'm not actually feeling any true like young energy, that most of the people here are in their 20s, 30s, 40s. You know, that's kind of just the energy that I'm picking up from it. But it's kind of like you may even have had like a just really rough year and not known which direction to go and where you wanted to go. And all of a sudden you get this like spark of mental clarity, and you're just like, oh, it's been right in front of me the whole time. I have had it within me the whole time. I cannot believe that I have been looking here and looking there and looking here, and it's literally been within my heart the whole time. And now you're moving, like you literally, once you hear this call, and it's gonna appear differently for everybody. Some of you may actually get the call like in this reading. If you are getting a phone call, my ears are ringing way more than normal and on the left side. So that's definitely guides and angels. So if somebody's getting a call during this like if you're getting a call during this reading, this is important. Take the call though, please. Like pause the reading and take the call. It's an important call. That may be for like 1 or 2 of you. It's very specific. I was seeing like a living room in a chaise lounge, and I was hearing a phone ringing. Very weird. But yeah, 'cause the whole point of this is to let you know that it's literally time to stop feeling stuck, because you're not stuck. You're not stagnant. You're not. You're just not listening quite clearly. There's been a call that has gone out. A call has gone out to the collective, and it's time to listen, for dreams are coming true, and harmony is here. See, and then another one just went flying. Sorry guys, if you could see my face. Hi. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords. The card 38, God, the hope of all the earth. And I think it's Hamaya. And it says, ritual and ceremony can acquire all the treasures of heaven and earth. Okay, I know what this is asking me to talk about, but I'm going to move these 2 cards up here. But what I was saying was, as soon as you break yourself out of this and you realize that you have already been called to something, and you have the ability to take action towards it, to move towards it, to clear your mind out, and just be like, you know what, I'm just going to leap. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to leap. I get a lot of Fool energy here. When you do that, you're going to realize that you have found balance and harmony within your heart and your soul, in your mind, in your life, in your relationships as well. And it's literally you're living your dream come true. Like a 9 of Cups, 2 of Cups combination is amazing. So that is the top row, and I'm just going to leave them here, but we're going to address this bottom row. Yeah, I'm going to, okay, Spirit. So I'm going to pull 2 sets of cards here. So this part is pseudo disconnected to down here. And I know you guys probably can actually feel the change of energy. This is the first time I've ever done this. I'm not thrilled with it, but yes, it's kind of, you know how we were talking about the calling from this first energy, this this first really fun energy. Right now, Spirit is asking me to say something, and I definitely will. And look, we've got the Eight of Swords here. To say, oh, I apologize for hitting the microphone, guys. To say something, and I'm going to, because it needs to be said. Yeah. Nope. Okay. We'll get back to those cards in a minute. So I was going to pull 2 sets of cards, but Spirit had another idea. So I had already read you guys the Queen of Swords, the card 38 Hamaya, but it says ritual and ceremony can acquire all the treasures of heaven and earth. And as soon as I felt this energy, and then I felt the next card, there is something that needs to be said here, okay? The next card is the Star, Vasaraya, card 32, God the Just. And it says, clemency and equilibrium protects against attack in the courts. Now, we all know as human beings, there is the court of law, the court of public opinion, the court of this, the court of that. There is a court of spiritual doctrine, a court of spiritual law, a court of spiritual rule. I keep hearing doctrine. You know, I know the word, but it actually is escaping me. I'm gonna take a leaf out of Jessica Alexandria's book From Bahati Life, and I'm gonna actually look it up. Just because sometimes the definition, I just need to see it. So doctrine is a belief or set of beliefs held and taught by a church, political party, or other group. Okay. I want to go to the etymology dictionary of it. Here, this is something that I do a lot when I hear a word and then I read the definition and it doesn't feel right to me, I will go to the etymology dictionary. So if you guys can see online etymology dictionary, because it traces it back to the origins of the word. So if you guys are like watching me do, this is my personal Rain Man thing that I do. Okay, so doctrine, a body of principles, dogmas in a religion or field of knowledge. That makes sense. The notion is whatever is taught or laid down is true by a master or instructor, hence any set of principles held as true. Okay, that works. Okay, we're going to look at I and E. Doctor, it came from the Pi root word DEK, which says to take or accept. And then we're going to look at I and E, which comes from the Pi adjectival no, CN. Divine feminine, made of, or then, so to accept the nature of something. That's how I do it. PIE, when I say Pi or PIE, that is Paleo-Indo-European. It's the oldest traceable language. So there is a court of spiritual doctrine at play here. Someone or some people, and if this doesn't apply to you in my channel on this thing, then this may be someone in your energy field, someone in your life, someone you have cut out of your life. This is a message I have seen floating through the collective. I have gotten this message myself. I have had to do extra protection for myself. But if someone is doing some sort of ritual or ceremony because they are in a state of feeling as though they are not getting what they deserve because of someone else, instead of taking accountability and taking ownership of their own actions and their own reactions, there are scales being rebalanced on a global scale, which means, and hear the tone, like I need you guys to sense the energy for the sake that I don't believe that my viewers are doing this, because I genuinely believe the best of my viewers, because I know that I would never be this person. You don't do spells against other people, but there are people out there who will use energy in the way in which they want it to serve them instead of them accepting and respecting and working with the energy. Energy does not serve. Anything that you put out into the world in order to serve you is not going to help you. You have to come to spirit. It is time to come to spirit. It is time to say, okay, I need to rebalance my life. I need to let this go. I need to move on. Please help me learn how to move forward. That is the best suggestion I can give you, because you're not going to be able to take away someone else's energy, gifts, powers, purpose. And if you do, there are ramifications for that. There are things that you will have to karmically pay for. This is not I just keep hearing, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. This is anyone who messes with the divine nature of someone else's life, they're being revealed to the world. And the Eight of Swords with Mabahael, I believe is how you say it. It's card 14, which reduces to a 5, and that is that change energy again. It says God, protector, and savior. And it says truth and justice, protection from enemies who would steal one's fortune. Did I not tell you guys? Like, we talked about the Eight of Swords and how it's being thrown out. You can see on this Eight of Swords, there's literally an angel holding someone else's head. It is literally innocence showing the guilty. This is happening right now. So there's a lot here. There's a lot here. So, and it keeps going, because we have the Hanged Man with Nelkael, card 21, and it says the only God. Desire for knowledge, protects from liars, evil spells, and bad spirits. I swear, you guys, I didn't actually read this, because when I channel, I'm looking at my computer or at my crystal ball, and more often than not, my eyes may be fixed somewhere, but I'm not seeing anything aside from what's in my third eye. And I just literally tapped my third eye with this card as though you could see it. I'm sorry. Okay. I know this is the Hanged Man, but I'm getting like judgment call vibes from this card. Are you guys like feeling that? Okay, this is what I said. Anybody who is doing some bad juju, like, it's time to stop, because you can't hide anymore. The energy in the cosmos, you can't hide anymore. It won't work. I don't know who needs to hear this. So you just need to know, you cannot hide anymore. Now this card goes beautifully along with the Nine of Cups and the Two of Cups. We have the Ten of Cups with I'm not going to try that. There you guys go. Yes, I did choke horribly on trying to read this name. So it says God, Master of the Universe. Divine warrior, confounds the wicked, brings victory and peace. Okay, remember that think back just a little bit in this reading when I was talking about tossing stuff out of the boat so that the boat could shift directions. It literally, does that not look like that is a woman and a child that just got off a ship and they have nowhere to go? Like, even that, it's like Titanic vibes to me. I don't know. I could be wrong. It could just be me. I'm not wrong, because that's just the vibes I'm getting. But, okay. So, the angels really wanted to issue a warning. Thank you. Thank you, angels. Thank you, archangels. Thank you, spirit. Thank you for bringing this energy forth so that the collective could hear it. I appreciate it. Can we close this out now? Okay, now we can look at the back of the deck. Okay. We have the Hermit. And again, I'm not going to choke on trying to pronounce this, and it's the card 70, which is funny because it comes right before the 10 of Cups. It says, Word of God creating all. Alchemy and transformation, rules natural events, helps with spiritual progress. Okay. There have been multiple readers. Okay, hold on just a second. I'm going to clear this energy because I don't like it. I don't want it to linger, because that warning needed to come out, and now it's out, and I'm done, and that energy is done. So make sure that after this you guys do some grounding and just drink some water and thank Spirit and your angels and archangels, because they, like, no joke, they are straight looking out. Yeah, they are straight looking out. I love it. Yeah, and see, we still have the Queen of Swords on the back of the deck. That's funny. Okay, so the Hermit, we've got Word of God creating all. Alchemy and transformation, rules natural events, helps with spiritual progress. And then we've got Wheel of Fortune, Metatron, the recording angel. Advancement and progress, teaches, guides, and records events in the Book of Life. Okay, so this is for anybody who is here who is a reader. If you are a reader and you have been picking up, as I have too been picking up, these horrible natural disasters, all of these, like, for instance, I struggled a lot when I picked up the Ukrainian war. That was a very, very challenging time for me. I also picked up the earthquakes and the tornadoes that happened just recently through the world, and I was getting the energy from prior to Texas, and these things are hard to understand. They're hard to deal with. They're hard to know why. I know that I watched Awakening to Spirit, I think is what it's called, with Cindy, and she picked up a collective energy read about a flood. I know that Jessica Alexandria with Bahati Life has also picked up a lot of water, flood, drowning energy. I have picked a lot of that up too. I don't normally share this stuff with you guys because I don't want to sow any kind of fear. I don't want anything, but something that Cindy posted that I found resonance with, and so this is why I'm telling, like, my highly intuitives, my highly psychic people here, I want you to understand. We see and we know, but we cannot do anything to intervene. And we aren't meant to know the finer details because we are witnessing. We are the understudy scribes for Metatron. Because Metatron records everything. We are recording what we are experiencing and what we are seeing, whether it is on a private scale and you're just telling somebody else, you are still putting it into the cosmos that it exists so Metatron can get it down in the book. Like, and I cannot tell you why it feels like he needs us to be able to be speaking them out. It doesn't mean that we're speaking these events into existence. So please do not think that. And it doesn't mean that you are powerless in the situation or that there was anything that you could have done. And this isn't done to punish you. And it isn't done because there's anything wrong with you. It's done because we are becoming the watchers, the witnesses, the observers, the ones who see and who know and who understand that there is a natural order unfolding in the universe, and we are not to mess with that natural order. And this again plays back into that prior warning message. When you mess with the natural order in the universe has to do dramatic, excessive things to course correct what you're doing. So if you are putting out bad juju against somebody else, be very mindful because you don't know the impact that you're having, and that energy can impact someone else entirely. You don't know what you're playing with. You don't know what you're messing with. And if you don't know what you're messing with, don't mess with it. Do not mess with it. Please understand, I am not trying to sound really horrible. There is such a strong, firm energy in me, and all I want to do is cry because I can see this pattern unfolding of people trying to hurt other people, and they're trying to do it energetically, and that's not what energy is for. Energy is for love, and you put out love and you put out forgiveness because that is what helps heal the earth, and that is what helps heal you. But you cannot keep attacking other people, because your energy spreads, and it spreads out into the collective. It spreads into the unconscious, the collective unconscious, and that spreads like wildfire. Plant seeds of love, plant seeds of hope, but do not plant seeds of hatred, of malice, of contempt. Plant seeds of love. Whoa. Oh. Okay, guys. You know, I came here expecting this to be a lot lighter, especially with like the 9 of Cups and the 2 of Cups, and that's what you're supposed to have. Like, I did not expect this energy. I'm here for it because, you know what, if Spirit wants to use me, I am here for that. Sometimes we have to face really horribly uncomfortable situations. Like, I am not comfortable right now. This does not sit well with me, and I'm not thrilled about it. But I can feel the rightness of this like coursing through my veins. I can feel it in my heartbeat. I can feel it in my chakra system. I can feel it in my soul. That it's time for us to step up and take accountability. And for those of you who are like, I am taking accountability, more power to you. Hell yes. Keep going. Keep doing that. You're the shit. Because if you say I am taking accountability, I 100% believe you. I believe you, because a person who doesn't take accountability is going to be like, you're the one that's not taking accountability, because they deflect and they push off and they project. And this is not a negative reflection on them. I do not judge them. I know how hard it is to step up and be like, you know what? I'm not a perfect person and I make mistakes. But Spirit is literally like, okay, take accountability. If you're taking accountability, this is not the message for you. Or this warning is not meant for you. So please don't get in your head about like, oh my God, am I sending out bad juju? If you have a bad thought or a sarcastic thought about somebody, and again, I'm being brought back to the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, because you know what? We have all had negative thoughts about Amber Turd throughout this thing. And I say Amber Turd because I want to show you guys what I mean. We find the comedy in a really hard situation. We find the humor in it. Doesn't mean that we absolutely hate Amber Heard. Maybe somebody does. Maybe some people do. I don't hate her. I don't respect her. I pity her. And I wish that she would get better. Especially because she's a mom. And I take offense to moms doing what she's doing. Because she's not setting a good example for her daughter, in my opinion. Anyway, the point is that all of the TikToks about like stepping on a bee, and then all the little ways that has been melded and molded, that's really funny. You're not sending hatred out when you're laughing at things. So please take a deep breath. Like, there is a difference between what I was talking about and letting yourself off the hook for having to be perfect. You're not meant to be perfect. So, okay, Spirit, can we lighten this up a bit? Or... Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. We've got the 2 of Water. Again, you guys, we have the 2 of Cups. A relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness. The positive resolution of a conflict. Yes. Thank you. Oh, I love that. Some of you are Mintakan starseeds. Some of you are drawn to orca whales. Very specifically orca whales. I'm seeing Free Willy in my head. Like, yeah. Finding Dory. The bubble fish. Like, bubble, my bubble. Then we have... What did I say in the beginning? I said I was picking up Archangel Uriel, and here he is. Card 19, the Sun, Archangel Uriel. Thank you, Uriel. Thank you. Happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. Oh my God, you guys, like this energy. And we've got sunflowers, we've got butterflies, we've got, I love, love, love the way he's standing. He's standing, and it's not like he's on a pedestal. He just has taken a step up, but he's equal with the growth of the trees. And the sun is breaking through that, but it's like he's equally a part of heaven and a part of earth. And it's like you're finally learning this relationship with your higher self, with your spiritual calling, with who you are and what you're here to do. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I'm sorry. I just got this like overwhelming feeling like it must have been a really, really, really hard journey, and you guys are doing it. Like you guys are doing it. And I'm hearing like celebration in my head, and this is amazing. So, you know what? Keep frickin' going. Wow. I understand. Thank you. All right, we've got the 5 of air. Yep, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation and review everyone's motives. And that's paired with the 9 of air, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. All right, so don't worry, guys. It's this 5 of air and 9 of air. I'm sorry. I feel this huge, like, burst of relief, because this 5 of air and 9 of air is like the energy that you've been in, and you've had these feelings like somebody is trying to just slow you down and stop you. And you came to this reading and you're like, it's going to be the same as every other reading. And you did not expect, I mean, I didn't expect it either. But literally it's like you're not going crazy. You are feeling things you're feeling, but this is closing out. Like, it's okay. And I just feel this like, I don't even want those anymore. It's just, I just feel relief. I can't even touch him anymore. Oh. There. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Whoa. We just had like a surplus. So, yeah, you guys, like, this is the energy that you're really like striving for. You're really working for. You're really trying for, but you guys are just stuck like this. I can't. Like, I want to go and touch them, but every time I do, I just hear don't. I just hear don't. Don't go back there. Don't. So this is literally like, you guys need to don't keep going back to that place. Don't keep going back to that place, because the more that your mind goes there, the more you become a self-fulfilling prophecy. You didn't miss anything. This 4 of water says missing an opportunity, discontent, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. Here's the thing. First of all, I know what I always say about the 4 of water, but there's something different about this one. I'm looking at this cup, and it's kind of like she's saying goodbye to these 3. This doesn't feel the same. She's saying goodbye to these 3. She's got something in her hand. I don't know what it is that she's holding in her hand. It looks like some sort of fish or something. I don't know. It could be just like she has her hand on her side, but it looks like she's holding something like the ghost of the past, and she's letting it go. And it's because she knows she's got this here. And look, again, we've got like a dolphin or a whale. So what I'm feeling with this 4 of swords, and you can see her arm is out like this over on this side. She's literally like, okay, I see what I'm being offered, and I am going to take it. I am going to move towards it. I am going to accept it, because I don't want this anymore. I have lived through this. I no longer want that. And that's how you have overcome that self-fulfilling prophecy. This is absolutely beautiful, because what comes next is the 10 of earth, and it says a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. And it literally is like that. You know, this is something that I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys. That is something that is like my dream come true. My family has always had this battle with finances. I've had a lot of money blocks that I've had to work through, but I also have, like, it's a really challenging time. It's a really challenging world that we live in. With the kids that we have, you know, and we have a yours, mine, and ours family. It's this challenge. I became seriously ill back in 2018, and I had a miraculous recovery in 2020, but it doesn't change the fact that for several years, and I know that I was diagnosed in 2018, but the journey of it started in 2009. It took 9 years to get a diagnosis. 9 years of hospitals, medical procedures. I have had more CT scans than any person is meant to in their actual life because of the ever increasing risk of radiation and cancer by medical radiation. I've had bone marrow biopsies. I've had biopsies of lymph nodes. I have had more organs removed. I mean, I still have both my kidneys and both my lungs, so there's that. But I have had multiple organ removals. I have had multiple issues with surgeries, landed in the ICU. I have almost died. I went through life being a medical mystery, and it was a huge struggle. And because of it, I became unemployable, but not qualifiable for any kind of assistance. So as you can see, this is me as a spiritual person, as a reader, coming to you and saying, I have real life, real world struggles. You're not the only one. Please don't put me on a pedestal and think, well, she's got it all figured out. None of us have it all figured out. Anyone who says I've got it all figured out, fucking lying. They are fucking lying. 100%. Forgive my language, but they are fucking lying. Like, they just are. Nobody has it figured out. We're not meant to. But if you have this desire, this longing for this 10 of Earth or 10 of Pentacles energy, you want wealth, you want material security, stop beating yourself up for it, because you're not meant to beat yourself up for it. What did I say in the beginning? If your heart wants something, if your heart pulls you towards something, if your soul wants something, your soul pulls you towards something, it's an experience you're meant to have in this life. So if you dream of, I want this big, elaborate, expensive house, and it's something that you know that, like, you just, for some reason, you just can't get it out of your mind. It's something that's always been there and you just have that, but you don't know how to get there. It's time for you to just accept the fact that that's something that's within your heart, and then start figuring it out from there. But until you accept what's in your heart first, you can't achieve what's in your heart. It's okay to want this financial security. That doesn't mean that you are anti-spiritual in nature. It means that you are being honest and being true and looking at the realistic nature of being a spiritual person in a physical world. Don't ever beat yourself up for that. Please. We've got the card 3 with the Empress, Archangel Gabriel, and it says, I'm sorry, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Seriously, like, lavish abundance. Can we not, like, giggle at this? Because I didn't see this card before. What you need to help you moving forward is strength. Archangel Gabriel, or Ariel, and it says, great inner strength, release harsh judgments. Release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. The Star with Archangel Jophiel, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. Holy crap, guys. And we've got the 8 of Earth, skilled work is rewarded, learning all there is to know about a topic, going back to school. This is what I was talking about with the Page of Swords. You want to learn something, you want to start something, so go do it. And you have got to be freaking kidding me. This is I'm sorry. It is literally the Judgment card, and I said that earlier when we were using the angel cards. The card 20, Judgment or Renewal, Archangel Jeremiel, I don't know. Review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. Yes! 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 Okay. So, this is such a crazy reading. What? Oh, card 9, the Hermit, Archangel Raziel. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm reading Cassandra Clare's The Infernal Devices. They are some of my favorite books, and they actually talk. I was reading this last night in the book where they're talking about Archangel Raziel, and it says, spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery. Yeah, this is how you're gonna find your renewal, but don't get too concerned. Oh my God, that actually looks like Saturn in the background. I don't think it's meant to be Saturn, but with the rings, it really does. But what I'm picking up from this is it. Oh, okay. Sorry, I just squirreled all over the place. I'm gonna tell you guys in a minute. Whoa, deja vu kind of thing. So what I'm getting from this is take time out, like, here and there throughout your day. Don't feel overwhelmed by this, but just keep yourself open and your energy open and your channels open for hearing anything that you need to hear, for learning anything that you need to learn, and then just go about your life. Don't overthink the Hermit energy is what I'm getting really, really, really strongly. But I want to tell you guys, the past 3 days, I have had this urge to, like, literally, like, stare out my kitchen window looking for a mountain lion, because I could feel an incoming mountain lion. And I live in a city. I mean, it's not huge, but I still live in the city. So, and I live in North Dakota, and we don't generally tend to have mountain lions, but I could feel mountain lion energy coming in. Now look here. That is a freaking mountain lion. I cannot believe that. I wanted to actually, like, could you maybe? There it is. And I literally was like, I was trying to talk to you guys about the Hermit card, and there it was. So I, first of all, I'm sharing that because I get really excited when I get any kind of confirmation like that. Because, you know, I may do this professionally, I may do this for a living, but you know what? It's still really exciting when I'm like, oh, hey, I have a psychic hit. That's really cool. It's 52:52 on the clock. Some of you, is that your lucky number? Are you life past 7s, life past 5s or 2s, or your favorite number is 5, 2, or 25? Some of you may be 25 that are here. Actually, quite a few of you. I can't do math things right now, so. Card 20. Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. And I love that it has a crystal ball, and we've got the honeybee, but it's got crystals growing out of the crystal ball. I'm hearing King Arthur, and I know who that is for, and you know who it is for, and I'm just gonna call you out, and what I just heard was stop putting it off. Just don't shoot the messenger. I love you. Don't shoot the messenger, but you know who you are. The bee. We've got bees and grapes and feathers. There's so much here. I get it, because it says choices and their consequences with Feast of Plenty. It's almost like a precursor to the Three of Swords energy, but not entirely. It's kind of like, this is another warning, and not for most of you, but it's kind of like, be careful what choices you make moving forward, because if you continue to move forward on the path of hurting other people, that third sword that goes in, this crystal ball shatters. I don't know what that means. That's what I heard. I don't know what that means, and I am not even going to attempt to posit any kind of theories or anything. I'm not weighing in on it. I am not addressing it. That is what I heard. Take it as it resonates. Leave it behind if it doesn't. You guys have the discernment you need. All right, we have the card for Caterpillar Opportunity. I love this. And I want to say in my last reading, I talked about the caterpillar and becoming the butterfly and what it takes. But this is actually kind of a creepy card. I'm not going to lie. This is the Shaman Dream Oracle. And the funny thing is I started reading Alice in Wonderland last night. And I had like the weirdest dreams ever. But this is making me think of like if the Cheshire Cat and the caterpillar blended together, this is what it would be. But I don't know. Some of you have you guys literally have opportunities all around you, but some of you may not be seeing what opportunities you have because you're not seeing yourself completely clearly. When you don't see yourself completely clearly, you can't ever see an opportunity because you don't believe in yourself, and it's time for you to knock that shit off. We've got a tidy house, clarity, and organization, and this is not necessarily about your house because I just heard a tidy mind, a tidy soul, a tidy house. I don't have a rhyme for it, but that's what I was hearing. It was almost like a sing-song nature, but it's kind of like okay, when you have repetitive dreams, and I do this is one of my repetitive dreams, so spoilers. When you have repetitive dreams about houses, doors and rooms and whatever, pay attention to how that house is. If that house has a lot of rooms, a lot of the doors are shut, they're locked, you are blocking yourself off in your mind from seeing anything within your own subconscious or unconscious. If your doors are wide open, you are open to all of who you are. If you go into some of the rooms and they are intensely cluttered, that is an area in which you are shoving too many things to the side and you need to address what it is that you're shoving. It's kind of like Monica from Friends and her closet of horrors. Horrors, because I get it, but it's like her one area of mess where everything else is tidy, but that one area of mess is actually perfectly organized for her. Make sure if you have an area of mess, it's perfectly organized. And then we have 47 Sky Bridge, possibility for union, and the card 59 Wailing Tree with reconciliations, which means if some of you have had to walk away from a friend, a family member, a loved one, a lover, a spouse, anything, I do not like doing this because we're in Gemini season, so there is a huge hyper focus on relationships, where I'm the person that, granted I'm married, so I really hate anything that might bring up any kind of insecurities in relationships because that's part of my past. But if you're in that state, if that's literally like your heart is sitting there going, can I please know this? Can I please know this? Can I please know this? Take these cards as they resonate for you. It is very straightforward. There is a possibility for union and reconciliations. Make the right choices in your life. See the opportunities because of your worth, but make sure that you're doing it from a clear and organized mind. When you do that, all of what you want, even if this reconciliation, and I'm seeing Pocahontas in my head, of course, because she's like the grandmother tree, but it's kind of like if you want, that may be something about your ancestors wanting you to reconcile with them because they were doing the best that they could. So if you have generational karma going on, or you have just healed out of generational karma, they really are asking for you to give them forgiveness and forgive yourself, but forgive your parents, forgive your siblings, forgive your family, because everybody's doing the best they can, and realize that you have done so much for everyone. That's for a select few, is what I heard, a select few. Other people, you may just be reconciling with your own inner self, your own dreams, your own hopes, your own goals, your own wishes. When you realize what you're worth, you realize that being in harmony with another person is simply a reflection of the harmony that you feel within. All right, then we have the card 11 with Forest Tears. And this is from the Earthcraft Oracle Guidebook, and I am going to read these out of the book, and then I'm going to let you guys go. I just saw 010001, and then I saw 11 shortly thereafter. So this is literally like, yeah, it's new beginnings time. 11, 1, 11. So no real shocker or surprise there. That's what we're getting, guys. Okay, Spirit, do we have one more here for the forest, other than the forest here? Okay. Spirit of the South, we actually have 3, and Light. And 36 with the Ancients. Okay, I'm not even going to lie. This is what I'm picking up with the Wailing Tree. This is from your ancestors. And there's, are you guys seeing crows, deer, coyotes? All right, Forest Tears. Even trees cry when they're hurt, and you, Sacred One, must allow yourself to mourn what you have lost. When a tree is hurt, it seeps forest tears, or what you might know as tree resin. This resin covers the wounds and hardens, allowing the tree the time and protections it needs to heal. The tree's inherent intelligence knows how much resin it needs to feel safe and whole again. When this card comes up in a reading, it's a reminder that although we all grieve and heal in different ways, we must grieve before that healing process can truly begin. Is there a loss you have experienced that still needs mourning? Have you been avoiding the grieving process? And I want to stop there and apologize if you can hear my dogs. They're barking out back, and they're right outside of my window. It says, others may expect you to heal in a time frame that they determine to be healthy or appropriate. You might have been told to move on, or that the way to move on is to bury your emotions. That's what I was talking about with this tidy house. Or perhaps others have made you feel as though you've moved on too quickly, that you didn't take your situation seriously enough, and now you feel pressured to stay in a healing space longer than you feel is necessary. Another person's experience is not a measure of your own, and you can heal as quickly or slowly as you like. Your pace, whatever that may be, is exactly what you need. So this is literally about you embracing yourself. You're on your own healing journey. Don't let anybody else tell you that you aren't where you are at. You know what? I did this for a month. I went on like this deep inner healing journey for like a month. And when I came out of it, I tried to go back to my old projects and everything. And it just was not right for me, because this is what I was meant to be doing. So I scrapped everything and started from the ground up in January of this year, after spending like a year and a half building a blog and a podcast and a YouTube channel and TikTok and everything. Like, I scrapped it because it was just like, I can't do this anymore. It's not true to me, because I went and I did like a month-long healing journey. I had a falling out with a friend, and you know, in all honesty, I forgive him. I love him still. I just have to love him from afar, because we're not meant to be in each other's lives. And that's fine. That happens on this journey. It really does. It does happen on this journey. But that's fine. That was the past. That was our situation. But it was the fact that I did actually experience this myself, because I was told, I was attacked and told, well, you know, your healing journey is bullshit or something along those lines, because I went on a month-long healing journey and I discovered that I was not who I kept portraying myself to be in the world, but this is who I am. This here is who I am, and I was running from this aspect of myself. And I didn't want to run from it anymore. I just didn't want to keep running. I wanted to embrace my gifts. I wanted to share my gifts. I wanted to do this, but I spent a year running away from it, and it just was time to not run away anymore. And so I had to decide, like, am I going to retaliate? Am I going to get upset? Am I going to put myself back into a healing state when I feel like I am ready to move forward? Or am I going to move forward in my life? And no one in the world, not me, not your mom, not your best friend, not your spouse, your partner, your whatever, no one knows you the way that you know you. No one does. That's not a lonely thing. That's a beautiful thing. No one knows you the way that you know you. Embrace that, because that means that you will have the confidence to know what is right for you and what isn't. All right, we have Spirit of the South. Spirit of the South is connected to the element of fire and initiates you to the energy of expansion, radiance, wow, not radiation, guys, radiance, action, excitation, I'm really struggling here, and rapid change. When this archetype comes into your life, it brings about a need to head towards your soul's purpose without further delay or distraction. Oh my God, thank you, Spirit. We all have a purpose to fulfill. The universe gives us little nudges and messages, letting us know which direction to take. Being aware of these messages and acting accordingly allow you to channel the Spirit of the South in a healthy, productive way. The universe always gives you plenty of time to change directions when you fall off course. If you ignore these warnings, the universe must step in and burn through that which leads you astray. You have received this card as a final warning that some changes must occur in your life. Continue to ignore these warnings, and fire will manifest in your life as chaos and destruction until you come back to your purpose. Embrace the gifts of the South, and you will find the motivation and fiery passion to burn straight through your obstacles. Holy crap. That's all I can say, just holy crap. If that's not a warning that has everything to do with the warnings that I have given here, I don't know what else is. Guys, for the majority of you, this is just saying, embrace the fiery passion. And just like I said with the Knight of Cups, like, this is my passion, this is what I'm going for. Embrace it, go for it, do it. Do it. Now is your time. Others of you, this was literally a warning, and you already heard the warning before. So take it as it resonates. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you, archangels. Thank you, because thank you. Just thank you. All right, we've got, finally, let's close this out. We've got card 16 with light. The sun. The sun. Guys, the sun. The sun is the source of all life on earth. Without the sun, plants could not grow and humans would cease to exist. In the same way, you have a sun radiating from within your heart. Living your life through your heart means acting on your passions, speaking your truth, and being your authentic self, no matter the people or circumstances surrounding you. Every time you compare yourself to someone else, diminish yourself, or ignore your needs to please others, a cloud forms around your heart, obscuring its path, obscuring its pure, life-giving energy. Your dreams and desires are waiting patiently behind dark clouds that are preventing your heart from spreading light throughout your soul. Do not look to others to tell you who you should be. Only you can manifest the future you desire. Your heart will shine its guiding light outward, sending nourishment to the people, things, and opportunities that will help you shine. Wealth, loving relationships, health, and fulfilling jobs will all be yours. Your light is a beacon for all your hopes and dreams, drawing them into you. This is like one of those mic drop moments. Like, Spirit speaks. The angels have spoken. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, my loves, I'm going to let you guys go here. We already did the spiel in the beginning of this reading about all the links and all the fun stuff. So please don't hesitate to show some support. Share with me how this resonated. Let me know. You can like the video, comment in the comments below. I would love to hear how this helped and how you're going to move forward. I am super excited for you guys. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for sitting with me for this long. I was like, maybe like a half hour. But there was a lot. There was a lot that needed to come through, and I get the sense that a lot of it had to do with Mercury being retrograde. So like I said, if this resonated, you guys know the drill. Please like my video. Please share my video out. All the support that you give me helps my channel grow. The more my channel grows, the more people come into the community and feel at home. They know that they have a place in the world, and that really fills my heart knowing that you guys want to share the community that we are building here together. So by all means, please share it out on your social media accounts with your friends, with your family. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. I know this is a ridiculously long video. I just saw 1:10:01. So again, new beginnings are here. So I know this seems like a ridiculously long video, but there were some major messages that really had to come out. It was time for people to hear this, and I want you guys to take to heart that you guys are doing the right thing. Please embrace your passions, embrace the things that you love, because your life is meant to be lived. It is not meant to be kept in the background. You are not a background person. You are not a wallflower. You are the sun. You are light. So thank you again so much. I love you guys. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate every single one of you. I hit 55 subscribers this week, and again, I cried like a baby. I don't think this will ever stop as my subscriber count goes up. But yes, I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you so much for all the love and all the support that you guys gift to me, because it truly amazes me. So I will see you guys at my next pick a card. I love you guys.